जमी, सबसे पहले आपको बधाई इतनी बड़ी पारी खेलने के लिए। 338 रन जब टारगेट मिला तो टीम का क्या थॉट था, और जब आप बैटिंग करने के लिए आए तो आपके दिमाग में क्या चल रहा था कि इतनी लंबी पारी, इतना लंबा स्कोर चेज करना है, तो आपके दिमाग में क्या प्रोसेस चल रहा था, उसके बारे में ज़रा बताइए।
या आई थिंक जब ये स्कोर आया, द टीम का थॉट वाज दैट अगेंस्ट न्यूजीलैंड इन 49 overs we had scored 3-4-1. Against Australia and Vizag, where we had scored 333. So we knew that we've done it against this team, and I felt with the way Australia started, we were 20, they were 30 runs short with the way they were going, with the start they got. So I knew they were 30 runs short, and DY Patil is such a pitch, any score is chaseable. So I just knew that मेरा thought process क्या था कि I just had to be there, क्योंकि runs आते हैं, but I need to be there to get those runs.
Jemima, it was a world record chase in the league stage that Australia did against India, and today it was, you think it was a fitting reply to Australia that you had a world record chase in women's ODIs, and were you praying, or were you tired that you were in between overs, in between deliveries, you were kneeling down and looking down? Were you praying, or what was it?
Yeah, I was praying, I was talking to myself, because actually I had lost a lot of energy. I was feeling very tired, and because of the tiredness I was playing a few shots that, it was a very tricky phase at that time, ki should I go right now, should I take it deep? So I think that was one learning for me also, like to just stay there, towards the end we always take it deep. But yeah, I was praying, I was talking to God, because I feel that I have a personal relationship with him, and when I cannot carry myself, he always carries me. I honestly feel whichever team would have come in the semi-finals, it would have been the same reply from our team, because we don't want to play the team, we want to play the moment and win that moment. We want to play the match and win the match, and whichever team would come, I think our reply would be the same. We would play with the same passion, same aggression. We would play to win this match for India.
Hi, Jimmy. So, first of all, it was very, very tough out there, like the conditions. I think the humidity was really high. During a chase, we've seen India, lose a lot of wickets towards the end and not keep up with the pressure, like against England we saw. And so can you just talk about how you just kept your nerves, and what was the communication like in the middle, and especially to play through that heat? And, I think against Australia specifically, can you just tell us?
I think the first thing I'd answer is that I have been a part of chases. I think against Australia, almost 3 chases where we were going well, we got it to run a ball and we lost from there. And I think those moments taught me a lot, and I just wanted to be there to finish it off. Even the previous day we had a group discussion. We were just saying what all we could do better in this World Cup, and all I said was that I want to be there till the end and finish the game. Whether we are batting first, I know if I'm there I can make a partnership and get those 20-30 runs extra, because I run well, pick gaps, unusual gaps. And the second thing was, if we are chasing, then I want to make sure I want to take the team through. And this just feels like a dream actually. It just felt like everything was such a setup, because the last month wasn't the easiest, but it just felt like a setup for this moment. So yeah.
Jamie, everyone dreams to win big matches for their country. It was a World Cup semi-final against 7 times champion Australia, and your knock was, the defining moment for India. How do you rate this innings? And you were also riding on luck, so how do you feel about, encashing those chances?
I mean, how do I rate this innings? Actually, I've not let it sink in. All I would say was I didn't play for my 100. I didn't play to prove a point at number 3. I didn't play for my 50. I just played to make sure India win. At that board, I wanted to see India win at the end. And that was my only motivation. And I think when you have that thought process, I think God also favors you. You do it for the team. You don't do it for yourself. And I think I've always played my cricket that way. And I'm at short for words, actually.
Hi, Jemmy. Well played today.
Thank you.
You said yourself you have been against Australia in chases like this, where coincidentally every time a Harman wicket falls, India tend to lose out at the death. pretty similar to what happened today as well. And just want to know, in that moment, what was that internal dialogue
Yeah.
like between you and yourself? What was that internal dialogue like?
Yeah, actually, when you said that, I remember at that point I also felt that way because, and I was telling Haridhi that we both have to finish it. We can't leave it for the end just because we are set and we know we can take it through. And when that happened, but actually, it wasn't a blessing, but it's like a blessing in disguise for me because I was kind of losing my focus because of my tiredness. But when Haridhi got out, I think that added more responsibility to me that, okay, I need to be here. Okay, she's out, I'll score for her. And I think that again got me in the right zone. Then I started just, sensibly playing. So, yeah.
Congrats on the win. Just talk about the last month, as you said, it's not been easy. You've missed out on a game as well. Your first ODI World Cup. Could you just talk about the emotions of it all?
Yeah, I'll be very vulnerable here because I know if someone is watching this might be going through the same thing, and that's my whole purpose of saying it because nobody likes to talk about their weakness. I was going through a lot of anxiety at the starting of the tournament, and it was a lot, before few games also, I used to call my mom and cry the entire time, just let it all out. Because when you're going through anxiety, you just feel numb. You don't know what to do. You're trying to be yourself. And also, in this time, my mom, my dad, they supported me a lot. And also, there was Arundhati, who I think almost every day I've cried in front, almost every day I've cried in front of her. Later I was joking, I said, you don't come in front of me, I'll start crying. But she checked on me every single day. And there was Priti who helped me. She also knew what I was going through. Few of the net sessions, she was just standing there. Even yesterday she came, she just stood there just because, didn't say much, but she just knows that her presence is important for me. There's been Radha, who's, always been there taking care of me. Like I'm so blessed to have friends I can call family, that I didn't have to go through it alone, and it's okay to ask for help. And that's what happened. And my mom also, she's as emotional as I am, but she went through a lot, my family went through a lot, but everyone stood by me and believed in me when I didn't, when I couldn't. And the other thing, then what happened, it started with the anxiety thing. Then I was dropped from the team. That really hit me. And when you're dropped, you have a lot of doubts because I always want to contribute to the team. But that day I couldn't do much sitting out. And then when you come back in, it's a lot more pressure with everything that was happening in the past month. But sometimes all you need to do is just hang in there and things fall into place. So I think, yeah. So I'm very grateful for the people who believed in me when I couldn't and were there for me and understood me. Because I couldn't do this on my own. I'm grateful to Jesus because just His presence and reading the Bible just has encouraged me in my tough times. And the Bible says that weeping endures for a night, but joy comes in the morning. And today joy came, but I'm still weeping.
Yeah, Jimmy, is this your greatest cricketing moment ever? And how special is this, considering that you missed out on the 22 World Cup? And was that the point where you resolved that you're going to come back with a bang, because we've seen your career go up and up from there?
To be honest, when I was dropped, obviously when I came into this World Cup, being dropped the last World Cup, I wanted to come out there and not prove a point, but just do things that my team wins. I kept reminding myself that because it's very easy to get into that mindset, and that mindset never has helped me. But I think today, not just today, but from the last few games, all I thought about was, because I started off, I didn't start off well, things just kept getting worse and worse. First I was dropped off the previous World Cup. Then I'm going in, got out on 0 in the first match. Went in next match, got a great start, couldn't convert it. Again getting out on 0, then getting a 30, then being dropped. So just when I felt, okay, now it's going to happen, things just got worse and worse. So this knock is very special for me because of everything I went through. And just to come out here do it in front of my family, do it in front of my team, do it for the team, do it in front of my people, Navi Mumbai, for the crowd. I think it would be so far my best knock. I'm saving one more for the finals.
Hi, Jimmy. 5 minutes. That's all I want to know from you. Those 5 minutes, the thought that you had when you came to know you will be batting at 3 and the time you walked out. What went through your mind in those 5 minutes?
I was kind of prepared for it when I thought that, okay, maybe the score is there. They might send me. So when that notice came, I wasn't like unaware. I was ready for it. So, but I just gave myself, some time. I was taking a shower. I took my ice bath. First I asked. Then they said it's the same order. Then they sent a message again and they said, okay, you are going to go now. So I said, okay, but I was in the shower at that time. I just freshened up. I ate something because I'd not eaten. And I think once I walked in there, I just thought of how would I play for a Mumbai team when I lead Mumbai? How would I do it there? Because I knew I needed to be there, build a partnership with Smriti or Harman or whoever comes in from there. What would I do? And I know how important this match is, and I wanted to be there to finish it off. So all I did was, just kept telling myself, just stand here. Just stand here. Amazing things can happen towards the end. You just give God a chance. Just stand here. You never know what can happen towards the end of the match. And then whenever thoughts were coming, like, when I reached my 50, when I reached my 100, I didn't celebrate because at that moment I thought of it and I looked at a hotel right here and I said, tomorrow morning, what would make me happier? Would it be a 50? Would it be a 100? No, it would be India winning. And I want to wake up with that. I want to sleep with that smile ki we are playing the finals and I'm waking up to get ready for a finals. So I think that kept me motivated too.
Thank you everyone. Thanks a lot for your time.